Used to love me, now you won't.
Alright guys, it's time for a What Sold video. I am going to share with you what sold for me on eBay and Poshmark last week, the week of August 16th to August 22nd, and we're going to go ahead and jump right in. I will mention and remind you that all of my items on eBay are free shipping unless I state otherwise. I have been doing auctions for $1 plus $10 shipping, and so each week as they end I have a couple of items that do have the shipping included, and I'll let you know. Regardless, if you're new to this channel, my name is Danielle. I've been a reseller on eBay for 6 years and Poshmark for about a year and a half. I do it part-time. I have 2 children, stay-at-home homeschool mom, so this is a part-time income for me that I'm starting to dive into even further and grow my business. So each week I will share with you guys what items have sold for me on those 2 platforms. This first item that I'll show you is a cast iron chicken or hen who appears to be pecking at the floor for some seed. This is either a doorstop or just some sort of country primitive decor, and it sold for $16.77. Again, free shipping to the buyer. This was also cast iron, kind of a rough cast iron set of kitchen utensils that hung on a rocking horse that hangs on the wall. This sold for $16.06. This pair of cat bowls I picked up at an estate sale really recently, and they sold within a day for full asking price of $29.94. And this was the brand, the Royal Crownford, and then the artist and the name of the, I guess, the calico cat, the floral cat. This one was a pretty amazing sale. I actually had this in a tote outside. I pulled the tote and realized that it had a hole in it, so like the whole bottom of the tote was covered with water. A few of the things in the tote got damaged. This item, fortunately, was on top of the tote and did not get damaged. So I started listing some of those items from the tote. I listed this, and after doing some comps, I was super glad to find out that it hadn't been ruined. It is a mid-century Danish modern, they call it. Wooden, it was Siamese, Siamese teak, wood, a peppermill, and salt shaker. I listed it for $129.94, somewhat competitively, considering this was the only one still in the packaging that maybe exists in the world. Regardless, $129.94, I listed it, I hit the list button, and within 5 minutes, cha-ching, this sold for full asking price of $129.94. Those are the type of items where you're like, dang, did I sell it maybe for a little too cheap? And then you're like, oh, well, I don't want to be greedy because I paid like probably nothing for this. Was in my auction tote, so it was, you know, an nth of a cent. Anyway, be on the lookout for wooden Danish modern minimal and boho decor. Those type of things are extremely popular right now. This item is kind of interesting. I recently hit up some yard sales, and upon the suggestion of other resellers on YouTube, I took a closer look at a couple of items at this yard sale, including a box of Bath and Body Works lotions and this shower gel, etc. They had them marked for $3 a bottle. I made a deal and asked if I bought the whole entire box, if they would take the price down for me. So essentially it was $50 for the entire set. He knocked off $20. So I paid $30 for the box of these Bath and Body Works. I listed them, and they are selling like hotcakes for me already. So this was the first one to sell. It did sell for an asking price of $13, an offer from the buyer, and I took it because I only paid $1.75 or $2 for this shower gel. So this one sold the same day for $13, free shipping to the buyer. And these are obviously the Nebolo, guys. Check out those old lotions, the discontinued Bath and Body Works, especially apparently, and Victoria's Secret kind of things. They really sell. This pair of rainbow salt and pepper shakers sold for $12.50. This cute little angel, it's a candle snuffer, sold for $11.17. This sold super, super fast as well, $15.95. It's just a sort of spiraled ethnic vintage basket bowl, and it was even damaged, which I disclosed in the description. Like if you would push on this part, it would sort of come apart. So it only needed just a small repair, but it sold really, really fast, even with that flaw. This pair of picture frames took a while to sell, and I dropped the price multiple times. Finally sold for $34.96, and I think that these are super, super pretty. They're like a mother of pearl inlay around the outside edge. One of them did have some damage to the actual glass on the frame, but they still sold for $34.96. These two were a Revereware silver plate weighted base with a glass bowl attached to the top. These cost me more than I would have liked, and more in packing materials than I would have liked to ship them, and they were a long tail item. I've had these forever and ever and ever. Finally glad to get rid of them for $20.96. These kind of things are hit or miss for sure. Sometimes they sell quick and sometimes they don't. So here is an example of a mug that I sold recently. So these German sort of Stein mugs or ceramic, hand painted, art, hand spun, sort of art pottery mugs. A lot of times those are the type of mugs that sell for me most commonly. This one sold for $20.96. I have zero idea what it actually said on it. Private Brewery Sonshof. So something about beer. Anyway, moving right along. Here's another item from the yard sale that I bought the Bath and Body Works stuff from. I also took a little bit of extra time to check out their electronics that they had for sale. Now, they had a huge pile of Nintendo DS items as well as a giant stack of Nintendo DS games. And the case is that they went in and they were asking $10 a piece per console. So they had this Nintendo DS Lite. They had a Nintendo 3DS in like a teal blue, and then a Nintendo XL or Nintendo DSi XL. If you know anything about Nintendos, you know that a couple of those are really good consoles. So you'll probably see those on my sold next week because I put the other two consoles up for an auction and they've already been bid on. This one sold within a day for $26.94, and it had no charger, and it had sticker stuck to the inside of it. This was like an added decal that did not come on the game originally, but I also sold it sort of a bundle with this Game Boy Advance video that does fit into the Nintendo DS Lite. $26.94 it sold for, and with that sell I paid for two of the consoles. The stack of games also, I paid $2 a piece for each of the games, which I sold a couple of also this week. So anyway, moving on, this set of dolls sold for $16.06. It was just kind of a hodgepodge bag of dolls and doll accessories, etc., that I paid like 50 cents for, I think. So if you do find bags full of dolls and dolls accessories, and they're super, super cheap, pick them up because they usually will sell. These are cute little vintage paper Halloween decor, black cats, most of them. Obviously, one of them is an owl on a pumpkin, but these sold for $13.97. Okay, and now we're going to get into the auction items that I had this week. So there were 3 items that sold at auction for $1 plus $10 shipping. The first item is this Montgomery Ward new in the package midi skirt, floral skirt. This, I don't know about everybody else, but we call these drug rugs. So this is sort of a knit or woven Mexican hoodie. And then this item also sold for $1 plus $10 shipping. It is a, what are they called? Timer, or like a sand. Oh my gosh, I'm drawing a blank. So there's a coin in here, and it's the John Hancock Insurance Company little souvenir with the sand timer inside of it. Okay, so here we go, guys. Here's another example of the Bath and Body Works items selling, and one of them, this particular one, had super good comp. So I had a couple of these, actually like 4 of this particular scent that came in the box still sealed, and I sold one of them super fast for $22.94, which is my asking price. So I've essentially, within those 2 bottles of lotion, have already made my money back. But then here we go, we're going to keep selling them. This was another scent that I got in the box, obviously. And this one sold for $15 free shipping. And then this other one, Mahogany Teakwood, was the scent. And this one sold for $13.55 free shipping. So I've already made my money back, and I made a small profit on the Bath and Body Works lotion. And I still have like a whole bunch of them left. This was a lot that I put together, the Nintendo DS games. All 4 of these games are Mario games. Actually, the most valuable one is the Super Mario 64 DS. This game alone is worth $20 to $30 potentially. So I knew that would be the biggest draw for this lot, but I put these 4 together. I asked $54.94. I got an offer of $40, and I took it. They went media mail, so they were cheap to ship, and I only paid $2 a piece for each of the games. So I've already made all my money back on the games with just this one sale, and I still have a whole stack of games left, as well as the carrying cases that the DS came in. So this dress I had for quite some time. I got an offer on it for $18, and I went ahead and took that. So this sold for $18, free shipping to the buyer. And it's just this like super pretty maxi dress that if you touch it feels really amazing because it's rayon, and who doesn't love rayon? And then last but not least, last week on eBay is this super awesome pair of, I'm not sure what they are. They were furniture salvage pieces that have carved lions, and then the carved lion claw at the bottom. You can tell that they were taken off of something. They had nails in the back of them and everything. I paid up for these. I paid $20 for the pair of these. And you know, if I pay more than $5 for anything, that it is like amazingly cool. And here's the case in point. These are amazingly cool. And they sold for full asking price of $129.94 within a couple of days. So here's another bolo. And I've been saying to you guys, this is a bolo. The furniture salvage pieces off of antique furniture, decorative carvings, decorative filigree, metal, and drawer pulls that are very, old or nice. They sell super fast for a very fair asking price. So that's everything that sold for me on eBay last week. That would be the week of August 16th to the 22nd. And now we're going to go ahead and jump right into my Poshmark sales for last week. All right, so I didn't have a super thrilling week on Poshmark last week, just a couple of sales. Starting with this bundle of a little denim dress, a very cool 90s kind of a prom situation, and then this grandmother sweater, I would call it, with the floral decor. The offer was made for $35 minus a shipping discount. I made $20.89 on this bundle. The next item that sold is this Harley Davidson shirt or top that I got at a yard sale in a bundle deal. It sold for $12. No shipping discount. I made $9.05 on that shirt. This is a Bolo brand. If you find at a thrift store, SEAC, New York, all of these dresses are priced pretty high. I took a low offer on this because I personally paid very little for this dress. It was a super weird material, almost like a paper feeling dress. And then it had a sort of felt overlay and this like beautiful dance or whatever the design is called. I can't remember what this particular aesthetic is called. Regardless, it sold for $35 minus a shipping discount. I made $20.89 on that dress. This silver metal chain belt sold for $8 minus a shipping discount. I made $2.93 on the belt. I was really surprised that this took so long to sell, and I was also really surprised that I didn't get more money for it as it continues to load. I'm unsure why it is still doing that, but this is a wool knit jacket, and it's sort of like a tunic length, so it was a longer length jacket. It sold for $7 with a small shipping discount. I made $1.93. And for whatever reason, these two don't want to load. This pair of vintage Levi's, they are for a 12-month-old baby. These sold really, really fast within a day for a $12 asking price. So I made $9.05 off of these, which used to belong to my son. So I got a fair amount of use out of them, and then got to sell them for a profit even after, which who does not love that? This art pottery took a while to sell. I had it cross-listed even. It sold on Poshmark for an asking price of $20 minus a shipping discount. I made $8.89 on that piece. And then last but not least are these super cute little Columbia boots. They were a size 4 for a baby, and winter is coming, so it's time, guys, to start listing those winter items. People are going to feel like it's still summer, so they're going to get amazing deals on winter items. Put them up. It's time. It's time, guys. Winter's coming, like it or not. So also fall and winter items. You can start listing those now if you haven't already. I sold these shoes for $15 minus a shipping discount. I made $4.89 on these cute little Columbia boots. So that's everything that sold for me, guys, on eBay and Poshmark last week, the week of the 16th to the 22nd of August, 2020. I hope you guys enjoy the video. If you did, don't forget to subscribe, and don't forget to hit the like button for me. In the meantime, you guys, happy hunting.